Imagine this. You walk into a room full of successful people, everyone's talking, exchanging business cards, and you feel like you're the only one not making any real connections. You know the people around you are more successful, smarter, maybe even more experienced, but they don't even know your name. You're just another face in the crowd. But here's the secret. What if I told you that networking isn't about climbing on top of others or using people for your gain? What if I told you that the most successful people network in a completely different way? One that leaves them with genuine, lifelong relationships instead of a pile of cold business cards. Stick around, because today I'm going to share 5 secrets to networking like a pro, and these will change how you approach relationships forever. You've probably heard it all before. Networking is key to success. It's all about who you know. You need to surround yourself with the right people. It's not new advice, but here's the catch. Most people suck at it. They treat networking as a transaction. What can I get from this person? Or, how can I make a quick connection? It's not that simple. Networking is about building relationships that create value for everyone involved. But how do you actually do that? How do you go from that awkward guy standing alone at a party to the one everyone wants to talk to? Let's get into it, because the way you approach networking can completely change your life. Section 1. Networking is not about using people. First things first. Stop thinking of networking as using people. When you approach someone with the mindset of, what can I get from this person? You're already failing. The best networkers know that true connections come when you lead with value, not your own needs. Think about it this way. People can smell desperation. Ever met someone who only contacts you when they need something? Annoying, right? That's exactly how you'll come across if your networking strategy is based on what you can get. Secret number 1, add value first. This doesn't mean offering money or gifts. It means being helpful, sharing useful knowledge, or offering an introduction to someone who could benefit from the connection. Give before you take. When you build relationships with this mentality, people will want to return the favor. But don't expect anything in return immediately. The best relationships develop slowly, over time. For example, let's say you're in a room full of tech entrepreneurs. Instead of rushing to tell them about your latest app, listen. Learn about their projects. Offer advice, feedback, or even connections if you can. Give them something meaningful. When you do that, they'll remember you. And when you need something later, they'll be more likely to help because you've already earned their trust. Section 2. Find common ground and be genuinely curious. Have you ever met someone at a networking event who was talking about themselves non-stop? They're usually the ones who never build a real connection. Why? Because it's all about them. Networking isn't about you. It's about creating a bond between you and the other person. Secret number 2, find common ground. Here's a pro tip. The best way to build rapport with someone is to focus on what you share, not your differences. Ask them about their hobbies, passions, or what excites them outside of work. Even if you don't share the same interests, you'll find something you both can talk about. For instance, I met this guy at a conference last year. He was a super successful real estate developer. Instead of diving into the typical small talk, I asked him about his favorite vacation spot. Turns out he loved hiking in the Swiss Alps, which I also love. We spent the next 30 minutes talking about travel, the best trails, and our favorite experiences on the road. That conversation sparked a relationship that went far beyond the conference. And now we help each other with business opportunities. The key here is genuine curiosity. Don't just ask questions to keep the conversation going, ask to learn. People can tell the difference. Section 3. How to nurture and maintain relationships. Networking doesn't end when you walk away from the event. It's not a one-time transaction, it's a long-term relationship. Secret number 3, follow up and stay consistent. You might think the work ends after the first conversation, but it's really just getting started. After meeting someone, follow up. Shoot them a message, remind them of who you are, and express genuine interest in continuing the conversation. If you discussed something important, reference it to show you were listening. But here's the catch, don't overdo it. You don't need to message them every single day or force a meeting. Just stay on their radar without being annoying. Be genuine in your follow-ups. Ask how their project is going, or mention something you read that might interest them. Remember, relationships require maintenance. You wouldn't expect a friendship to last if you never checked in. Networking is no different. Section 4. Networking for introverts and newbies. Networking can be intimidating, especially if you're introverted or new to the game. But trust me, you don't have to be the loudest person in the room to network successfully. Introverts actually have a secret weapon: listening. Secret number 4, lean into your strengths. If you're not the life of the party, that's perfectly fine. Instead of trying to fit into someone else's idea of a good networker, play to your strengths. Introverts are great listeners, and listening is one of the most important skills in networking. Instead of forcing yourself into uncomfortable situations where you have to talk to 50 people, try having a few meaningful, one-on-one conversations. Focus on quality over quantity. You'll come away from those interactions with much stronger connections than if you tried to talk to everyone. Networking doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's about small steps that build over time. Section 5. The power of consistency. You've heard the phrase, "It's not what you know, it's who you know." But here's the real secret. It's not just who you know, but how you maintain that relationship. Secret number 5, be consistent. The most successful networkers aren't necessarily the most charismatic. They're the ones who show up consistently. They're the ones who check in, follow up, and keep relationships alive. Whether it's sending a birthday message, sharing an article that could help someone, or inviting someone to a coffee chat, consistency is key. Think about it like this. Imagine you've connected with someone amazing, but then you disappear for months. When you come back and try to rekindle the relationship, they might not remember you. Or worse, they'll feel like you're just reaching out when you need something. Stay engaged, little by little. Over time, you'll see the rewards. Conclusion. Networking isn't a quick fix, but if you approach it with authenticity, curiosity, and consistency, you'll build relationships that actually add value to your life. To summarize, 1. Add value first, don't just look for what you can take. 2. Find common ground, focus on what you share, not your differences. 3. Follow up and nurture relationships, build them slowly over time. 4. Lean into your strengths, don't force yourself to be someone you're not. 5. Be consistent. Relationships thrive on consistency and engagement. Now it's time for you to put these secrets into action. Next time you walk into a room, remember, networking isn't about using people. It's about building genuine, long-lasting connections. And trust me, when you do it the right way, you won't just network like a pro. You'll become the person everyone wants to connect with. If you found this video valuable, hit that subscribe button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and drop a comment letting me know your favorite networking tip. Until next time, stay sharp, keep connecting, and keep building those relationships. Because success, it's all about who you know. Like, comment, and subscribe to join the community of men who are taking their networking game to the next level.